When she walks away, the first instinct most men have is to panic, to reach out, to explain, to fix things. You want to text her, call her, beg her to reconsider because the silence feels unbearable. But let me tell you something most men never realize until it's too late. Asterisk asterisk silence is your most powerful response asterisk asterisk. She left, not expecting peace from your side. She expected desperation. She expected you to chase, because that's the story she's seen play out again and again. But when you go silent, you disrupt her expectations. She starts wondering why you didn't fight for her, why you didn't fall apart, why you didn't text her a novel about how much she meant to you. That confusion turns into curiosity, and curiosity is a seed that grows. Now, this isn't about playing games or manipulating her. This is about reclaiming your power. When you choose not to react emotionally, you send a message, louder than any text ever could, that you value yourself, that your peace isn't up for negotiation, that you're not going to chase someone who made the decision to leave your life. Silence forces her to sit with the weight of her own decision, and most of the time, the silence is deafening to the one who walked away. Because here's what she doesn't expect. She doesn't expect to feel replaceable. She doesn't expect you to move on. She doesn't expect the quiet confidence that says, I'm good with or without you. This kind of composure makes her question everything. She'll scroll through your socials. She'll ask mutual friends how you're doing. And when she sees you're not falling apart, she'll feel that sting. That little whisper of doubt, asterisk, did I make a mistake? Asterisk, and while she's dealing with that internal conflict, you've already moved your focus. You're not sitting around waiting. You're in the gym. You're building your business. You're rediscovering your goals. You're hanging with friends who remind you who you are. That silence you gave her, it gave asterisk you asterisk the space to level up. And that, my friend, is when the dynamic shifts. Women are deeply intuitive. They feel energy, and when a man goes quiet, not in anger but in peace, it says everything. It speaks of maturity, of strength, of self-worth. It shows her that you're not begging for love. You're offering it, and if it's not received, you have the strength to walk away and grow from it. So no, don't text her. Don't chase her. Don't send that long paragraph explaining your side. Let the silence do what your words never could. Let it echo in the empty space she left behind. Let it remind her who you were, and who you're becoming without her. Because sometimes the loudest thing you can say is nothing at all. When she leaves, it's not just the relationship that ends. It's the version of yourself that existed in that relationship. And now you're standing in the middle of that empty space, tempted to fill it with texts, apologies, and explanations. But instead of chasing her, you need to chase the next version of asterisk you asterisk. This is the time to level up in silence, to evolve so powerfully that she wouldn't even recognize the man she left. Right now, she expects you to collapse. She thinks you'll spiral, stalk her social media, send her "I miss you" messages at 2 a.m., and sit in your feelings like your life is on pause. That's what she's prepared for. But when you do the opposite, when you rise instead of retreat, you break that narrative. You show her, and more importantly, you show asterisk yourself asterisk, that this loss didn't destroy you, it activated you. Start with your body. Get in the gym, not because you want her back, but because you want your confidence back. Build yourself physically. Show discipline where you used to show doubt. You'd be surprised what just 30 days of consistency can do, not just to your body, but to your mindset. Every drop of sweat becomes a reminder you're not the same man she walked away from. Then shift to your mind. Read more, focus, create new routines, set new goals, take control of your mornings, and watch how everything else starts to fall into place. When you become a man driven by mission instead of emotion, women notice, she'll notice. But by the time she does, you won't be waiting for her attention. You'll be too deep in your purpose to even need it. You have to understand something powerful here. Hey Val, you men are not built during easy times. They're forged in the fire of heartbreak, silence, and rejection. This is your fire. Use it. Let it burn away every weak version of you. Let it remind you that your identity was never supposed to revolve around someone else's presence. And here's the thing, when you begin to level up, she'll feel it. Even if she doesn't say it, energy is real. She'll feel that you're no longer chasing, that you're no longer broken, that you're building something. And that silence you kept, it becomes magnetic. Suddenly, she's curious again. Suddenly, she's remembering what she once saw in you. But now it's multiplied, matured, and moving forward without her. But you don't level up to get her back. You do it so you never find yourself begging for someone who had the audacity to leave. You become the man you were always meant to be. A man who doesn't just survive heartbreak, but turns it into a launching pad for a higher life. So, when she left, don't text, don't chase. Just do this. Focus on your growth so relentlessly that her absence becomes the best thing that ever happened to you. When she walks away, it leaves you spinning with questions. You start analyzing every word, every argument, every moment that could have gone differently. You wonder if she's hurting too, or if she moved on like you never mattered. But here's what most men don't realize. Women often process breakups asterisk after asterisk the fact. In the moment, they act strong. They seem certain, cold even. But behind that mask, there's a storm of emotions. And if you understand female psychology, you'll know exactly what's really going on. The moment you stop texting, stop chasing, and pull back your energy, she starts to feel something she didn't expect. Asterisk asterisk disconnection asterisk asterisk. Not just physical silence, but energetic silence. You've removed yourself from her emotional grip. And that's when the questions begin for her. Why isn't he calling me? Why isn't he trying to fix this? Has he moved on? Did I mean so little that he could just walk away without a fight? See, women may initiate the breakup, but they don't always expect you to handle it with strength and stillness. And when you do, it flips the entire dynamic. She expects your emotions to speak louder than your logic. But when you hold back, when you control your need to reach out, she becomes the one who starts feeling uncertain. That's because women are wired to respond to energy, not just words. And your silence, when done from a place of self-worth, not ego, makes her feel the weight of your absence in a way no message ever could. In her mind, your silence becomes a mirror. It reflects the finality of her choice. It makes her sit with the loss she created. And while she may post happy pictures or act unbothered on the outside, the mind doesn't stop working when the body pretends. The more you disappear from her radar, the louder your absence becomes. Now, here's the part most men miss. When she begins to question her decision, it's subtle at first. She might stalk your social media, ask mutual friends how you're doing, or send a vague "hey, just checking in" text. But don't get it twisted. She's not always reaching out because she wants you back. Sometimes she's just trying to see if she still has control over you. This is where your power lies. If you respond with neediness, the balance shifts back to her. But if you hold the line, stay focused on yourself, and keep growing, you show her something rare. A man she can't manipulate, a man who knows his worth. And that, more than anything, makes her rethink everything. Understanding female psychology after a breakup isn't about revenge. It's about emotional intelligence. It's about knowing that true strength isn't in how loudly you react, but how calmly you respond. Your silence isn't weakness, it's mastery. It's the art of letting her mind do the work you used to do. And when her thoughts become loud enough, that's asterisk when the tables turn. So don't explain, don't chase. Let her sit with her decision while you walk forward in power. When someone walks out of your life, the space they leave behind can feel unbearable. It's quiet, painful, and empty. That's when most people make the mistake of trying to fill that void with the very person who left them. They start texting, begging, replaying old memories, hoping to revive something that's already broken. But if you want to heal, if you want to rise, if you want to become a man she regrets losing asterisk, you don't replace her with another woman asterisk. You replace her with purpose. This is the part that changes everything. See, pain is powerful, but it's neutral. You can use it to destroy yourself, or you can use it to rebuild something far greater than you ever imagined. And right now, your purpose is the thing that will not only heal you, but will make you untouchable. Not in an arrogant way, but in a grounded, clear, focused way that makes you magnetic. Start pouring all that energy you wanted to give her into something that belongs entirely to you. Your goals, your health, your work, your mind, your craft. The very things you may have pushed to the side during the relationship are now waiting for you to return. Stronger, wiser, and more driven than ever. When you replace her with purpose, you start to feel something shift. You stop chasing validation. You stop needing someone to love you just so you can love yourself. Instead, you create value. You build a life that feels full, meaningful, and aligned with your vision. And here's the twist. When you begin living this way, asterisk, she'll feel it asterisk. She may not know exactly what changed, but she'll sense the shift in your energy. You're no longer orbiting around her. You've become your own gravitational force. She expected you to fall apart. She didn't expect you to build something in her absence. That's what unsettles her. That's what makes her pause and wonder. Asterisk, was I the one holding him back? Asterisk, but again, this isn't about her anymore. When you replace her with purpose, it's not some secret strategy to get her back. It's a powerful commitment to becoming the man you were always meant to be, a man who doesn't beg for love, but builds a life that attracts it effortlessly. A man who doesn't just move on, but moves up. Let her see the version of you that doesn't need her to be whole. Let her see the man who turned heartbreak into fuel, who transformed silence into strength, and who turned being left behind into being asterisk, launched forward asterisk. Because when your purpose becomes your focus, you don't have time to chase what left. You're too busy creating what lasts. And that's what makes her look back, not just with curiosity, but with regret. So don't text her, don't chase her. Replace her with purpose, and let that become the greatest comeback of your life. When a woman walks away from you, she doesn't always expect you to fall apart, but she does expect you to stay the same. She assumes the man she left is the man who will always remain. And that's where your opportunity lies, not in proving her wrong, but in proving to yourself that you are more than who you were when she left. This is where the high value mindset comes into play. It's not about showing off. It's not about revenge. It's not even about getting her back. It's about rising into the version of yourself that doesn't seek validation from anyone, especially not someone who chose to walk away. A high-value man doesn't beg for attention. He doesn't explain his worth. He knows it. He doesn't try to convince her to stay. He lets her go and focuses on becoming a man who's impossible to forget. And here's the truth most never tell you. She will regret losing you not because you told her she should, but because you became undeniable in your absence. When she left, maybe she thought you'd sit in silence, missing her, waiting for a second chance, but instead you rebuilt. You refined, you elevated, and that calm, that self-assured energy, it speaks louder than any apology, louder than any argument. It tells her that you no longer see her as your peace, because you've found that peace within yourself. Women are deeply drawn to men who know who they are, men who walk with clarity, who move with purpose, who radiate calm confidence without needing to chase or control. And the moment you stop seeking her approval and start seeking your own growth, your energy changes. You stop reacting emotionally, you stop explaining yourself, you stop proving anything to anyone, and that shift, it shakes her, because now she's not dealing with the same man who once waited for her calls or longed for her validation. She's dealing with a man who's building something bigger than her attention, a man whose value doesn't come from being chosen, but from choosing himself. She will remember your silence, she will feel your absence. But what will haunt her the most is the version of you that emerged from the silence, the strong, grounded, focused man who didn't just move on. He moved asterisk up asterisk. That's when regret creeps in. That's when her certainty fades, because the man she left doesn't exist anymore. And the man you've become, that man is asterisk rare asterisk. But here's what separates Hive, Al, you men from the rest. You don't level up to get her back. You level up so you never find yourself broken over someone who couldn't see your worth in the first place. You grow because it's who you are now, and even if she does come back, you'll know that her return doesn't define your value. Your growth does. So when she left, you didn't chase, you didn't plead, you just evolved, and that became the most powerful message you could ever send. There comes a moment after all the silence, after all the growth, after all the self-work when she reaches out again. It might be a simple "Hey, how have you been?" or just thinking about you message, and in that moment your emotions will rush in like a wave. You'll remember the good times, the connection, the intimacy. You'll feel tempted to respond quickly, to rekindle something that once meant everything. But this is the turning point. What you do next will define everything, not just between you and her, but between the man you were and the man you've become. When she comes back, most men make one critical mistake. They drop everything. They let their emotions take over. They rush in with excitement, hoping to pick up where things left off. But doing that tells her something dangerous. It tells her you never really moved on, never really grew, and never really changed. It tells her that all that silence was just a strategy, not strength. And the moment she senses that, her interest fades and the power dynamic shifts again. You see, when she reaches out, it's not always because she wants to be with you. Sometimes she just wants to know if she still asterisk has asterisk you. And if you're too quick to jump back in, you confirm that she does. The high, Val, you man doesn't fall for that. He doesn't see her message as a rescue mission or a reward. He sees it for what it is, a test. This doesn't mean you ignore her forever or respond with coldness. It means you respond from a place of self-respect and calm. You've changed. Your life has changed. And now it's her turn to earn her way back into asterisk your asterisk world, not the other way around. If she wants to come back, she has to step into the reality you've built, not the one she left behind. Remember, you're not the same man anymore. You've been leveling up. You've been working on your body, your mind, your peace, your purpose. You didn't just sit around hoping she'd come back. You built a version of yourself that doesn't need her to feel whole. And that's what makes you so powerful now. You've become the man she thought she could walk away from, only to realize he's the one she may never find again. So when she reaches out, Don't go back to old patterns. Don't chase. Don't drop your standards. Instead, observe. Is she truly coming back with changed intentions, or just curiosity and ego? Protect the life you've built. Guard the peace you've earned. You've come too far to let one text undo months of growth. If you're going to let her back in, make sure it's on your terms, and only if it aligns with the man you've become. And if it doesn't, keep walking, keep building, keep rising, because sometimes the best comeback isn't getting her back. It's becoming the man she never thought you could be.